Hello, good morning. Good morning, everyone. All right, Monique, how are you this morning? Right, Darcel, good morning. Just let us know where you're coming in from. All right, Keeshon is going to be on in a few minutes, but I just want to welcome everyone to our morning breakfast brew this Monday morning. All right, and I hope you're excited for what we're about to share with you this morning. So, as you are on, just let us know where you're coming in from. Tag someone, share the post, make sure you subscribe. All right. Yes, Cheryl, good morning. Suriname is in the house. Wonderful. All right, let's move what part of the world that you are coming in from this morning. All right, this morning I'm going to be sharing, we're going to be changing up a little bit. All right, we're going to move more into leadership aspect. We're going to deal with eliminating crab mentality. So you're going to enjoy this session this morning. That's a good morning. Arima is in the house. Wonderful. All right, wonderful. I think our last session we were on for the couple sessions that we were doing, we were dealing with the components of faith. All right, and I know the feedback that we got from that session was really, really good. Idea and blessings. All right, Suriname is in the house. Good to have Suriname in. All right, this morning we are dealing with the eliminating the crab mentality. Okay, so we're going to go back into more personal development, growth, the mindset, and issues like that. So we're going to be dealing with this aspect this morning. So as you come on, just tag someone and invite someone and let them know that the morning breakfast brew is on. All right. Keeshon going to be joining us in a few minutes. All right. So we'll be dealing with that. Wonderful. Good to have you on. Blessings, everyone. Right. All right, Erica's in the house. All right, Orlando. All right, Orlando, Florida is in the house. All right, we have folks from all over that tuning in. I want to just, thank those of you who have been following us. And I know that the teachings and the discussions have been really, really helpful for those of you who are on. All right, this morning also I start my 30-day challenge. I know some of you saw the post. All right, I posted up and you were asking, what's all about. Well, this week I'm starting my 30-day challenge. It's a kind of personal thing for me in terms of fitness. All right, I'm going to get back into that area. I want to do 30 days of, fitness. I'm going to be using my own body weight. All right, doing some push-ups, sit-ups, and different aspect of physical training. And then I want to be doing this faith principles to maximize your faith. We have been touching base with this, and I'm going to be doing this is a 30-day devotional. All right, so I'm going to be doing also this, and during the day, sometime I'm going to just come and share some clip with you. All right, and also I'm going to be doing some what we call money mantra in terms of decrease and declaration in the areas of the 4 M's of money. All right, so I'm going to be structuring other things for 30 days. Those of you who are interested, you can message me and jump on. It's going to be really, really amazing. Okay, because I believe that when we do things together like these, all right, it really, really brings a greater impact and a shift into different areas. All right, Sarah. All right, good to have you on. Suriname is in the house. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so Keisha is going to be on in a few minutes. I'm just sharing concerning the challenge that I have coming up. So if you want to be part of it, it's a 30-day challenge. I start today. All right, I will post some clips in the area of my fitness powerful book. Yes, I gotta say powerful book. Yes. So this is also 30-day devotional. All right. So what I'm going to be doing probably little boosters, and this came about as a result of a faith booster. I started a couple of years ago, and I turned it into a book. All right. Also, I have a course on faith, okay, and a workbook on faith. So I've been doing this for some while now, okay. So this is why for me this is really, really critical. So I'm going to be doing the devotional 30 days, 30 minutes, all right, morning and evening workout, okay, because I believe that fitness fitness, finance, and faith. That's the three areas we're going to be dealing with: fitness, finance, and faith. In the finance aspect, we're going to be dealing with the 4 M's of money, which means how to make it, manage it, multiply it, and master it. Okay, so we're going to be doing some stuff in that area. So look out for the clips I'm going to be posting. Those of you who want to be part of it, message me on the on the WhatsApp. All right, let me see if I have the. I think I have the. All right. The number is up there, so you can message me on WhatsApp me or something like that if you want to be part of the challenge. All right, so let's get into it. Keeshon is going to jump on when he comes in. Okay, so this morning I want to change up a little bit. I'm going to be talking about the eliminating the crab mentality. All right, so I'm going to be dealing with your thinking aspect. And as you are on, those of you who are on, just share, comment your feedback. All right, and remember at the end we always do the takeaway. Let us know what's your takeaway for today's session. All right, so I know probably when you see the terminology or crab mentality, what does it really means? All right. So this session, I'm going to be doing a couple of sessions with the crab mentality. This is from, I took this from also from my leadership training I did. All right, because I do leadership training as part of the Minding My Business Kingdom School. All right, so let's get into it. So the crab mentality. Now, most of us, let's think about the crab. Now we are dealing with mindset. And just think about a crab in a barrel, crab in a box, crab in something. Okay. And have you noticed? If you have noticed, if you have those of you who probably live by the sea, those of you who have already went crab hunting, you look at the behavior of a crab. All right, let's talk about that. The behavior of a crab. You'll notice crabs in a bucket. What they do, all right. If you have crabs in a bucket without the lid on the bucket, they will make sure that no one gets out. All right. Now, this is not just talking from just knowledge. This is talking from experience. Okay, you can remember back in the days, those of you from Trinidad, those of you who live close to the sea, well, those of you probably have already went crab hunting, okay, in the night. And if you have gathered crabs, you will know the behavior of crabs. So out of this, I'm sharing what we call the crab mentality. It's a mindset, it's a thinking. Okay, and I'm saying to you, when you put crabs in a bucket, let's say you have 20 crabs in a bucket, and you don't have a lid on the bucket, they will make sure that no one comes out. So every time one reaches to the top, listen, anytime a crab reaches to the top, and look like that crab is about to go over or to come out, another crab reaches and grabs him and pulls him back. All right, hear me now. We deal with the crab mentality. So you have crabs in a bucket, there's no lid on it, and they will try to come out. But in coming out of the container, they will have to climb on each other. But anytime one almost reaches the top, the lid to come out, another crab pulls him back. Okay, that's where we get the crab mentality. And we're going to be talking about this morning eliminating the crab mentality. How to eliminate the crab mentality. All right. Now, unfortunately, listen to this. This is the same mentality many people, all right, in many people. This mentality here that I just shared concerning the crab. Okay. This mindset or mentality, it's in a lot of individuals. This is why sometimes it's difficult for individuals to get ahead in life. All right, listen what I'm sharing with you here. It becomes difficult for individuals to get ahead. It's called the crab mentality. All right, I want you to make sure and flow with me there this morning, okay? And you can also share your comments, share your stuff there. So this mentality, you'll find this in individuals. Okay, so stay in the discussion this morning. So as successful people with great impact or even greater accomplishment, you have to make sure to eliminate this mentality from among us. So if you want to be successful, if you want to be great, okay, it's important to eliminate this type of mentality it's a type of thinking. Okay, you ever see that you have a group of people, everyone is comfortable at a certain level, but the minute you decide to this to be, you realize that this is not the place I want to be, this is not the life I want to live, this is not the salary I want, this is not the money I want to make. So I decide now to go forward. And the minute you decide that the place where you are is not the place you want to be, then people start pulling you back. Then people start saying things about you. Now it's okay if all of us are at the same level, doing the same thing in the same to the bottom. But the minute someone starts to progress or decide this is not a place for me, then you have problems. Have you ever come into that? All right. Well, I see. All right. The master is on. So let's bring him in here. Hey, what's up, Keeshon?
Morning.
All right, morning. Good to have you on.
I went to the office about keys, so I had to come back home.
but you see, I'm home this morning. All right, just I come in this morning, so I said last night, so I said to do it from home this morning.
Right.
All right. So good to have you. So what I'm dealing with this morning is eliminating the crab mentality. All right. So folks, we'll just touch back a little bit to get Keeshon in the loop. Okay. So the topic this morning is eliminating the crab mentality, which is the crab thinking.
Yeah. All right.
Now, I don't know if you ever went. No, I think I saw you put a post, Keeshon. And if you hunt for that crab or you buy that crab.
I went in the spring yesterday and I saw a couple of crabs. Well.
All right. So you understand, those are, like I was saying to folks, those are the folks who deal with crabs. Now there's a mentality with crab. Okay. Now the whole objective of this discussion this morning, and probably may do it for this week, all right, is to really expose the deadly consequences of the crab mentality.
Yeah.
Because it's a mindset that keeps a lot of people in the gut. Or stop a lot of people from progressing. Okay, so this discussion for this week here, we're going to be dealing with the crab mentality. All right, and then what we're going to do also, we're going to provide necessary tools to overcome it.
Right.
Okay. Sure. So we establish our objective for this discussion. Now you will notice, Keeshon, because we did crabs back in the days. Okay, we did crab hunting, all that stuff. So I'm not just sharing from a place of knowledge. I'm sharing from a place of experience. Okay,
right.
So we'll gather crabs together. Let's say about 20, 30 crabs, and we put it in a container. All right. Now, all the crabs are in the bucket. They're in the container, and there's no lid on the container. And what happens now? One crab will start to make its way out, but in order to come out, it needs the support of the others.
Sure.
Right? So it starts to climb. All right. And they're climbing on the leverage of the other folks, or the other crabs, in the bucket. But the minute the crab reach at the lid to come out, another crab pulls it back. And this will happen over and over and over and over. Yeah. This is where we get the crab mentality. It tries to it pulls them, it literally pulls them back. So you find out you can leave the lid open, no one is coming out.
Correct.
All right? Because they are fighting each other. And this literally is a mindset. Now, so what I was saying as you come in a few minutes there, I was saying this mentality, which is the crab mentality, is the same mentality we see in a lot of people.
Definitely.
Okay, that really keeps them back from moving forward. Okay. Yeah. Now, and the last point I was saying, I said, if you want to be successful, all right, if you want to make a great impact or you want to accomplish great things, you must make sure to eliminate the crab mentality.
For sure.
Now, all of us are, if individuals, and I was sharing this, you find out if everyone is at the bottom of the barrel, okay, everyone comfortable. The individuals don't have a problem with everyone at the same place comfortable. But the minute you decide that this is not a place for me, all right, Broke is not for me. Poverty is not for me. Weakness is not for me. You realize one day you got up and you realize, hey, this is not the life I want to live.
Correct.
So you decide now to make your way out. You decide to change your association. You decide to do personal development. You start to work on yourself. You start to take courses. The minute you start to do that, the folks that you are hanging with start to get uncomfortable.
For sure.
All right? Now, if you're all of us at the same level, we okay. But the minute you decide to move forward, you decide, listen to me. The folks around you say, listen to me. They start to say things about you. They start because you want to make progress. Now, let's go now with the definition of the crab mentality. So before I give the definition, Keeshon, let me just share with me probably an experience with a crab, an experience with the stuff there for me.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Once you start to elevate beyond your current environment, it's almost like a natural law, where people start to get uncomfortable with your elevation, with your climb, and the carbon in barrel mindset always kicks in. Always, it's almost like a law. It's like a law. And it's not just the environment, but it's also you. So I see, two people in the scenario all the time having to take action, which is yourself and the people in the environment, because two people would get uncomfortable. The people that is at the level, and then you. You need to get uncomfortable as well with being around them.
Yeah.
And then automatically you decide to pull away, but in the pulling away, you're gonna have the fight, because everybody around you on a certain level, most times they don't want to see you elevate past them.
Wow.
But
you see, you know what I say, Keeshon? Somebody got to go out and get it. Somebody have to show that it is possible. Correct. Because if all of us stay to the bottom, if all of us stay to the bottom of the barrel, if all of us stay there, then who is helping who? This is why, let's bring Bible here now. This is why Moses had to leave Egypt. God had to get him out of Egypt. For 40 years. Then from there now, take him back into Egypt to tell Pharaoh to let my people go. All right? Somebody have to really, if everybody stay there, it's not going to happen. All right? So let's go into the definition, folks. Those of you who are on, we are dealing with, if you just touch base, if you just jump in, we are dealing with eliminating the crab mentality this morning. Okay? Let's go into a definition. So I know everybody wants to hear the definition of this crab mentality. The crab mentality is the self-destructive actions of a group to intentionally undermine and work against the success of others in the group. That's one definition there. Okay, let me go again. The crab mentality, which is a mindset we're talking about. So it can happen as a group, but also it can happen on an individual basis. Because you yourself as an individual, you can allow that mentality to keep you stuck. So literally, it's not the people in the group, but it's literally you keeping back yourself because of that mentality, because of that thinking. You're literally pulling back yourself. You're keeping yourself. So let's go for the definition again. It says here, the crab mentality is the self-destructive action, all right, of a group to intentionally undermine and work against the success of others in the group. Work against the success of others in the group, which means they're undermining you. So you have a group mentality, but then you have an individual mentality. Okay, this is two cases here. All right. Now let's talk about the and folks, those of you on, make sure and share, make sure and tag someone, invite someone, let them know that the Morning Breakfast Brew is on. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, make a comment. All right, probably you have experienced the crab mentality, probably you have dealing with people with the crab mentality. Share your experience on the chat as we go forward. So let's talk, Keeshon, about the driving force of the crab mentality. All right, the driving force of the crab mentality is what we call envy. Envy. All right. Envy, this is the the resistment that comes out of a selfish heart in view of the blessings of others.
Yeah.
So when you see others progressing, when you see others are being blessed, the resentment, okay, that comes out of a selfish heart in the view of the blessings of others, because most of the time you see a crab mentality attitude is when other people see your success, or other people see your progress.
Yeah.
All right. And you can have this in a family, you can have this in church, you can have this in business, you can have this with people around you. Jealousy, envy.
Correct.
Because the minute you decide, you say, listen to me, this is not a place for me. This is really, I'm not comfortable here. All right, we spend all the money on this level. We wasting on this level. we didn't accomplish anything on this level. I've made up in my mind. I have had enough.
Yeah.
Okay. So the driving force is envy. All right. You want to come in there before I elaborate more on this?
Yeah, we call them haters.
Haters. What do you say? Hit the game to hit the player with it. Because really, Keeshon, it comes with this. And folks, those of you who are on, all right, there are certain things that comes in the territory of your progress towards success. There are certain things that will come with the territory. It's part of the package. If you know, I put up a quote on Instagram today. I said that dogs, and this is a term I used years ago, Keeshon. I said dogs don't bark at parked cars.
Correct.
All right, dogs do not bark at parked cars. The only thing a dog will do with a parked car is urinate on it.
Yeah.
So the fact, listen, the fact that you are going somewhere, the fact that you are making progress, there are going to be dogs that will be barking at you.
Yeah.
Right? So you don't be distracted by the noise of dogs. It's an indication that your car is moving. It's an indication that you are making progress. It's the indication that you are not stagnant or stationary.
Correct.
Okay? If you are stagnant or stationary, dogs will urinate on you. Woo! Keeshon. So we said the driving force or the mentality for the force of the crowd mentality is envy. Okay, that's what. Right. So it is envy basically. It is the attitude, all right, that despises the blessings, prosperity, and the success of others simply because you do not like it.
Yeah.
Listen, this is it. Okay, it's an attitude. It's a behavior, but the driving force is envy. Okay, so why it is I am on my way to success. Why it is I'm progressing. I'm making some advance. All right, in life, and you don't like it. What it is about? What I'm doing that you don't like? Okay, so the driving force is envy. So it is when you do not want what a person has, but you just do not want them to have it. Keeshon.
Wow.
Keeshon, you get this morning.
Yeah.
It's when you do not want what a person has, but you just do not want them to have it. You don't want it, enough. Okay? You don't want it, but the fact that you don't want them to have it, envy steps in. So let's go back again. So it's an attitude that despises the blessing. All right? An attitude that despises prosperity is an attitude that despises success of others simply because you don't like it.
Yeah.
It's called envy. Envy is the driving force of the crab mentality. It's when you do not want what a person has, but you just do not want them to have it.
Wow.
Jump in there, Kish.
I mean, that's such a negative emotion, to be honest with you. Like,
Yeah.
it's I personally misunderstand it, because I've always tried never to operate from that emotion, right? Envy.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're the person to shed some light as to how that works, because yeah, I really can't wrap my mind around the energy
No.
itself.
Keep it. I mean, I'm pretty sure you see it all over. Though you see it all over.
Yeah,
This crab mentality behavior. I mean, the minute you begin to make advance, the minute you begin to say, okay, all right, I'm not that person. I am not doing that again. I want to be better. I'm going forward. Folks will not celebrate the effort that you will make going
yeah,
forward. Okay, they will quicker highlight the deficiencies, the weakness, and the flaws, and the mistakes, and the past issues,
yeah.
and as a result of envy. All right, so folks, those of you on, just share your comments and let us know what's your takeaway this morning. What's your stuff? Okay, all right. The next one under the driving force. So we talk about envy. Let's go to the next one. The next one is jealousy.
Right.
Jealousy. All right. Jealousy is an emotional discomfort that stems from the preference, advantage, blessings, or favor of another.
Mm.
So this jealousy now is an emotional discomfort because you feel a certain way, Keeshon. Now, folks, those of you are on this crab mentality, we're talking about from a group, but it's also from individuals. Not the individual from your own set. So you can have a crab mindset and you're stopping yourself from moving forward. But also we are talking about a crab mentality that stems from a group of people, and you find it in business, you find it in church, you find it in families. They are crab mentality. They are people who really don't want you to progress, don't want you to advance. I remember we said, let me give you the last one. It's when you do not want what a person has, but you just don't want them to have it. So you don't want it. The first one we touched on is envy. The second one we're looking at is jealousy. Okay, jealousy. And I said it's an emotional discomfort, okay, that stems from the preference, advantage, blessings, or favor of another. So because someone is being blessed, because someone is being favored, that emotional discomfort stems from that preference.
Yeah.
Okay? All right. So jealousy says, why them and not me?
Yeah.
All right. Jealousy wants what another person has. Notice it's different from envy.
Yeah.
Envy see with it, don't want it, but don't want you to have it.
That's so crazy.
It's crazy. Jealousy says, why them and not me? Okay. And jealousy wants what another person has. So jealousy wants it. They're jealous. All right. And folks, you're on. This is all part of helping you develop in terms of personal development, because some of you are dealing with some folks around you, dealing with some haters, you're dealing with some people who laugh at you, but don't want you to progress.
Yeah.
All right. And if you can eliminate this is important, because remember, we talk about the crab mentality. The minute you start to advance, the minute you say, this is not the place I want to be, then people start pulling you back. Now, listen to this, Keeshon. They don't mind we go to party together. They don't mind we drink together. They don't mind we lime together. They don't mind we do stuff together. But the minute you say, this is not the place I want to be, that's when the problem starts.
Yeah.
All right. The next one under this driving force mentality. So you have envy, you have jealousy, and then you have strife.
Yeah.
All right. Now, strife now is the vocal disapproval and displeasure of the welfare and good fortune of others in an attempt to corrupt their reputation and goodwill.
Okay.
So strife now is really a vocal discomfort. This is when they are literally saying, they are not talking behind your back. they're literally saying strife is a vocal discomfort, right? And displeasure of the welfare and the good fortune of others in an attempt to corrupt their reputation and goodwill. So strife now is when you open your mouth and start talking about someone to others. This is the strife aspect of it, because now you are getting vocal, you are getting practical, but not only that, you open your mouth now and you start talking about someone to others behind their back. All right. There's a difference now between criticizing and critiquing. All right. So you have somebody is critiquing and someone that is criticizing. There's a difference. So you have critiquing, I can critique on something, but then you have people criticizing. There's a difference. So critiquing, let's draw the line. All right. Critiquing is when you see someone doing something that you know of a more excellent way of doing it, and you go to that person and you tell them. All right, folks. I hope this is helping somebody this morning, Keeshon. So this is critiquing. So I see something about somebody, right, and I know of a better way of doing it. I go to them and I literally tell them about it, and I literally show the person how to do it.
Yeah.
So that is critiquing. All right, criticizing. Listen now. Is when you see someone doing something that you know of a better way of doing it, and you do not go to that person, but instead you go to everybody else.
Yeah.
That is criticizing. Now, for somebody, you're probably listening to this, and it's going to help you because probably you fall in the category not intentionally, but unintentionally.
Yeah.
So you literally was criticizing. But now you are getting the understanding of the difference between critiquing and criticizing. It's a whole difference. Okay? And this all stems from strife. From strife. Because remember, strife now is when you open your mouth and you start talking about someone to others. Right? Now, somebody may say, Keeshon, you know, why we having this kind of discussion? What does this have to do with business? But this have everything to do with business, because this is helping you become the person,
of course,
all right, that you're supposed to be to get the thing you're supposed to get. So it's becoming the person, not to get, but to attract it.
Yeah
All right, because remember, the key component is you becoming. One of the things I said to folks, Keeshon, I said, you know, everybody wants to be to go for success. Okay. All right. I want to be successful in this. I want to be successful in that. But I always say, and you hear me say this already, right? You have to become a success first as a person, your personal development. All right. You work on yourself first. That's where it starts. So you begin to draw, you begin to attract, you begin to create that, because you become the person first. You want the thing, but you have to become it first. And then the thing will present itself. All right. So we share now between criticizing and critiquing. This is really important. Okay. Now, so it is when now you're always pointing out faults of someone to others, thinking that talking to that person down will make you look good. Yeah. So you talk about other people, about the other person to make you look good. That is criticizing. All that from a place of criticizing. And sometimes do this without even knowing.
Yeah.
Without even knowing. And sometimes people do it intentionally.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
I mean, you want to jump in any stuff there?
I mean, you're sharing some real good stuff there. All I could say is that, you know, for me personally, to, you know, keep on the straight and narrow is always about keeping my focus on, you know, bettering myself now. So you know, that will help the average man to stay away from operating in those veins now. So
yeah. Right. So if you see something, you know, you critique, you know of a better way of doing it. You see somebody doing something, go to the person, point out what they're doing wrong, and then say, show them the better way. All right, you're critiquing in that way. But if you're criticizing, is when you see it and you're talking to other people about what it is you see with the other person, and you just that's the difference. And I think defining that is what's really, really critical. All right.
Yeah,
So let's move now, but let's move now into what we call the disclosure of the crab mentality. The disclosure. So what we look at just now was what? The driving force.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So two driving force of the crab mentality. One was envy. The second one is jealousy, and the third one is strife. All right.
Okay.
So let's go now into the disclosure of the crab mentality. So there are 4 basic strategies of the crab mentality. 4. All right. Okay. Before I jump in there, you saw the challenge I put up, Keeshon?
No.
Right. I'll send it for you. I'm doing a challenge from this
exercise challenge.
Yeah. And fitness, faith, and finance. All right. The 3 challenge. I'm starting this morning. I'm getting in there. All right. All right. So let's go into the disclosure of the crab mentality. So now there are 4 basic strategies, all right, of the crab mentality. One is you have what we call persecution. 2, ridicule. The third one is discouragement. And the 4th one is threats.
Okay.
Hey, awesome. Good to have you on, awesome. Right? So these are the disclosure. So we're talking about the disclosure of the crab mentality. Okay, and there are 4 basic strategies of the crab mentality, which means that when the group is operating from this place, or the crab mentality is in motion, these are the 4 strategies of the crab mentality. The 4 basic strategies: persecution, ridicule, discouragement, and threats. All right. Now, this and you will find it, because this is what the whole intention of a crab mentality does: to ridicule you. All right. To bring discouragement from, because remember, you're coming out. You said to yourself, this is not the place I want to be anymore. All right. You're not comfortable here. You want to do better. So you start to make your way out. But remember, the crab in the barrel, they will start to pull each other down. You see it in families. You see it with certain cultures. They're fighting each other. That's a crab mentality. Okay, so the minute someone says to me, let me go and get it. Let me say this to me. I want to be the first millionaire in the family. I want to be the first doctor in the family. I want to be the first author in the family. I want to be the first businessman in the family. All right? You find others around you saying, so why she have to do that? Or why you would have to, you're showing up, you say all these things, and it's coming from a place of where people thinking that crap, because those are the things that try to pull you back. It brings persecution. It brings ridicule. They try to ridicule you. Okay, let's try to tell you about, when you're talking about business, you never even went to school. You want to do business. All this kind of crazy stuff. They will tell you to discourage you. Okay, and then the discouragement aspect, which means that they will not support you. They will laugh with you, because they were supporting you, Keeshon. Listen to this. They were supporting you on the level when all of you were going to the club. All right, all of you were just hanging and just sitting down and talking nonsense, watching. I mean, all the days go wrong, all that stuff. But guess what? The minute you decide to say, listen to me, this is not where I want to be, that crab mentality, the strategy is one, to bring discouragement. So you share your vision. You say, listen to me, this is what I want to do. This is the business I want to do. Bam. They want to pull you back. And then threats. All right? So let's talk about now the devastation of the crab mentality. Notice we're going with Keeshon, again, the alliterations, the driving force. All right? What you have again? The disclosure. Let's talk about the devastation of the crab mentality now. All right? It is misdirected efforts that hinder the progress of others. Misdirected efforts that hinders the progress of others. Because remember, with the crab mentality, Keeshon, remember, these people are putting in their effort to make sure that you don't come out the barrel. They're
Yeah.
going to pull you. Remember, you almost reached there. And remember, you coming out, Keeshon, is so that you can pull them out.
Yeah.
You coming out, you being successful, is so that others could be successful.
Correct.
Okay? So you may come out of the barrel, and guess what? You may throw a ladder for everybody to walk out. So they will have to climb out the way you climb out.
Yeah.
Okay, but again, if people around you have a crowd mentality, they wouldn't see it like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so the devastation of the crowd mentality is what? Misdirected efforts. They have effort, they will make effort, but it's misdirected to hinder the progress of others. That's one. The next one is it denies others the example of success they need to be motivated.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because remember, when you see the success of others, you are being motivated. That if Keeshon could do it, then I could do it too.
Correct.
Okay? If Janet could do it, then I could do it too. So it denies others the example, sorry, of success. They need to be motivated, because sometimes some people will not be motivated unless they see others just like themselves successful.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, okay, see people who was in the same gut, in the same area, in the same environment, in the same condition, even experiencing some of the same thing that you experienced, and that person out of that became successful. Then when you see that person literally is an example, it motivates you.
Yeah.
Okay, just like when we do sessions and thing. So you have people who was abused, people who went through a difficult time, and they come out and they share this to me. This is where I was. This is what I went through. I thought I couldn't make it. I wanted to commit suicide. Even I tried to commit suicide, but this is what I did, and this is where I am. All right. And then you have others who are sitting, listening in the same condition. When they hear this individual, it motivates them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what is devastating with the crowd mentality? What it does now, it denies others the example of success. All right, they need to be motivated because somebody got to see. Okay, you want to jump in there?
I'm listening here. This is so true. I mean, definitely, I can identify through my experience with it. But it's the first time I'm having an intellectual session about it. So I'm a student right now. I'm learning.
Right, good. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Norton said that this is helpful. I will listen again to get everything out of this. If I can, all of it, I can also help others. That's good. That's good stuff, folks. So please go back. I know the sessions that we're doing, everyone don't have the time at this time to come on, but it's a flexible time for us for now. All right. So go back. It's up on the YouTube. Check it out. All right. Check the link and go back up and take your time with your pen and paper, because we are really sharing some really, really powerful points here. In fact, Keeshon, these are some of the points from the leadership training that we do from the Minding My Business Kingdom School. All right. So I'm sharing some of the teaching stuff that we do. All right, in terms of personal development. All right. So let's go into it again. So the devastation of the crowd mentality. Okay. It is misdirected efforts that hinder the progress of others. All right. So somebody using their effort, their strength, their time, all right, just to pull you back and to keep you down. Misdirected effort from others. All right.
Yeah.
To hinder you. Then we said it denies others the example of success they need to be motivated. Because somebody needs to see somebody come out of the barrel. All the crabs in the barrel. All right. We fight to one another. Then bam, one step out.
Yeah.
Okay, and that gives the others in the barrel hope. All right, that if John come out, then we can come out too. Okay,
of course.
Then it feeds the moral, right, perversion that glorifies the downfall of others. It feeds the moral perversion that glorifies the downfall of others, which means now when they pull you back and somebody fall, all right, that moral perversion of others, people looking at they glorify in the downfall. All right, but didn't know that somebody with a crab mentality pull you back.
Yeah,
and you keep pulling them back. And you keep pulling them back. but other people are laughing. They're glorified in your downfall. All right.
Yeah.
Instead of they come and support and help you get up, because somebody got to get out. Somebody got to go get the stuff and bring it back and say it's
Yeah.
possible. Somebody got to go and see the land. It's flowing with milk and honey, and come back and say it's real. It's there. Bring back some honey. Bring back some grapes. Bring back some stuff. That is what they did. All right. To give others hope. But again, you saw it with the spies, crab mentality. They say we
Crab
can't do it.
mentality. Yeah.
Crab mentality. It's only two guys, Joshua and Caleb, said, listen, we are able to, we saw the stuff. All right, we saw the stuff. We saw the stuff. So the next one now, it justifies the action of pulling down others to make yourself look good. Woo! It justifies the action, all right, of pulling down others to make yourself look good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? And that is something, folks, we want to eliminate. You don't have to pull back anyone to look good. There's enough for everyone.
There is.
There is enough for everyone. Okay? There's someone blow up the money. No. There's enough for everyone. Tell them, Keeshon, there's enough Bitcoin for everyone.
There's enough. And it's really a lack mindset and a focus thing from where I sit. I remember one of the concepts I learned is, if you want to help the poor, the best thing to do is not become one of them. And using that vein of thought, you can apply that to the crab mindset as well. Because if you want to help the crab mentality, the best thing to become, or the best thing to do, is decide not to be a crab yourself.
Woo! Yeah.
Which is really helping you shifting your focus, because just sharing some concepts that is in alignment to what you're sharing here. Like for me, example, it is so hard to focus on developing and working on yourself on a day-to-day basis. You shouldn't have time to see or criticize or put focus or energy on anybody else but yourself on a day-to-day basis. I've always subscribed to the philosophy that the only thing that I want out of life is what was ordained and designed for me. So even when I see people prospering, I'm happy for them, because I know they're operating out of a purpose whereby they're accessing what was divinely designated for them. And even in an instance whereby, for example, people might try to have shiny things in front of you, I always ask myself the question, was this divinely ordained for me? Because I don't want anything that's not mine.
Right,
a matter of fact, I try to give people what is theirs and only keep what is mine.
It's mine. Yes, yeah.
So I'm never interested in the surplus of anything that is not mine. All I want is what is divinely ordained for me, and that's where I keep my focus. So just sharing, because again, the best way to help the poor is deciding not to be one of them. And I think the best way to assist coming out the crab mindset is deciding not to be a crab yourself.
Yeah. No, that's I mean, Keeshon, I always say everything boils back again to paradigm. That mindset. Mindset that shows in your behavior, it shows in your decision, it shows you hear it in your conversation. It's a mindset, all right, that really got to be restructured. This is why, for those of you who are on, probably your listeners later on, and you're hearing the conversation, you hear this teaching this morning, all right, examine yourself in terms of if you function from a place of having that kind of mentality.
Yeah.
Okay, it is a behavior. Yeah. It is. All right. So we have. Let's run it again. So we have the devastation of the crowd mentality. Okay. So we have the misdirected efforts that hinder the progress of others.
Yeah.
Then we said the next one was it denies others the example of success. They need to be motivated. All right. To be motivated. And then the third one, we said it feeds the moral perversion that glorifies the downfall of others.
Yeah.
All right. And the last one, we said it justifies the action of pulling down others to make yourself look good. It justifies the action. So when you pull down someone, it that mentality justifies your behavior in pulling down someone else.
Yeah.
And this is why Keeshon, people will do that and feel justified.
Wow.
And feel like it's nothing wrong. and you ask
Yeah.
them and say, I didn't do anything wrong. All right. And people are very territorial when it comes to in the pursuit of success. But again, I said to you, the need for greed, there's no need for greed,
Correct.
because there is enough for everyone. What's for
There's
you is for
surplus.
you. There's
Exactly.
surplus. That's good. What's yours is
Correct.
yours. Nobody, and the thing about Keeshon, nobody really cannot really do what you're supposed to do. Let's put it like that.
Exactly. Correct.
And I think this is in your pursuit. So that's selfishness and jealousy and envy and all that
Yeah.
stuff, pulling on others. But then when you begin to get deeper into this, you realize that some individuals that's their nature. That's like that. So you
Yeah.
find out that it's not just that, it's an embedded problem in their subconscious mind. It's a generational problem. It's a root
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a root problem. Some people really cannot help themselves.
Hmm.
All right.
And it's where they were
It's-
taught to place focus as well, because
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah.
the truth is, again, if you're placing focus on developing yourself consistently, daily, and I mean, I myself know how hard it is to work on self, then
Yeah,
you
yeah.
should find time. You don't have time to focus on others. Like literally, I remember Miles Monroe, he said, the only people who criticize the critics is people who make time for it. He said, but
Woo!
yeah, he
Wow.
said doers, they never have time to criticize because they're always spending their waking hours doing something with a specific focus. So
Yeah, yeah.
you shouldn't have time. It's only 24 hours in a day. It's not
4 hours.
enough on a day-to-day basis to help you get to the level most times you want to go to. So where are you finding time? And that's what Miles said, and it makes a lot of sense.
That's so tricky. I think even like you're telling people, listen to me, begin to work on yourself. All right. Again, this is why even this 30-day challenge. All
Yeah,
right. Set aside 30 days to do some intentional development, or if it's exercise, if it's in faith, if it's in finance, but
yeah,
intentionally set them on structure. And you know what this really caused me to do, Keisha? It caused me to release and also go back into that same pattern of structuring the exercise as I want to do. All right, the
yeah,
stretches,
yeah.
the using my own body weights, and just in the environment of home. You understand?
We gotta do.
Systematically.
We gotta put together a little session with everybody, and see
Yeah,
if you see
no,
it.
no, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna make it happen because this is needed. It's needed. We
Yeah,
talk about the last session. We talk about in terms of developing your faith. What are some of the points and simple points?
yeah.
What book are you? What are you listening to? So you can
Correct.
see in this whole 30 days show, I decided, okay, for 30 days, for 30 minutes, I'm going to listen to the morning breakfast brew, because we have a lot of powerful motivational stuff on this.
Yeah,
So I say, okay, for 30 minutes, I'm going to pick one of the clips on the morning breakfast where I listen it. All right. Or remember, I said to you, pick an area of your development. So you might say
yeah,
a Les Brown, you might say a Myron Golden, one of those guys. Just pick
yeah,
something. But I
yeah.
choose, for me, if I have to pick, I pick in the morning breakfast brew. All right. So
Right, right. It makes
listen,
sense.
so, so 30 minutes, all right, exercise, 30 minutes reading, okay,
Mhm.
the devotional 30 days. So I have one for each day, okay, and then I put together some what I call it some mantra. You could say some decrees. I'm so
Yeah,
grateful and thankful now. So I spend 30 minutes in focusing on that. So I do 50 on that and 15 in focusing on my vision projection. All right. So you're taking 30 minutes to do these things.
yeah, yeah.
These are intentional. And this is for your own personal development. So you wouldn't have time for envy and jealousy and strife and
Correct,
all that stuff.
correct. Well, I mean, where do you find time to do that?
Yeah, because if you're not working on yourself, Keishon, you'll have time. You'll have a lot of time. I tell people it's
Yeah.
24 hours in a day. 24 hours in a day. Wow, that's a lot there, Keishon. Yes, and the thing about that, guess what? You know what's nice about that? I have the same amount that you have.
Correct is right. Correct
We
is
have the
right.
same amount of time. All right. So then what you do with your time is critical. All right.
Yeah.
So let's get into this, folks. All right. Before we go, just share your takeaway. All right. I see awesome. Say ready to pump. All right.
Yeah. Someone's a fitness man.
All right. Don't say what she said, powerful. So folks, just share your your takeaway as we bring it in this morning. We're going to be back on the same the mental the crab mentality. So we'll be back on, continue the same discussion. All right. I see the answer. While listening and learning, I'm asking myself, why are we even a crab in the first place, trying to get out?
Correct.
No, that's a question. That's a good question, Dion. But sometimes life happens and you find yourself in places that you really don't want to be. Sometimes it is as a result of your environment, the family you were brought up in, decisions your parents then made, that you yourself find yourself in a place. Sometimes it's not your choice. All right. All right. But guess what? It's your choice, and if you want to stay there or not. And that's the game changer. That's the game changer about it. So that's good. Dion. All right, bringing you to that place. Awesome. All right. What Erica say? I have to go back, overload information. Miss Erica, come on. Remember, we don't do shallow here, we do deep. All right, take the crab out. Take the crab out. Somebody say take the crab out. So share your Keeshon, what's your takeaway this morning before we close up?
I guess, place your focus outside of being a crab, I guess,
Yeah. No, although this, Keeshon, I'll tell you this, although for some of us, this might be, I'm not a crab or I don't have no crab mentality, which is good, which is really good. It's a good place to be. But somebody is dealing with this.
Yeah, for sure.
Somebody who is a member of a family, you're trying to do better, for the family. But the minute you try something, instead of you get the support from your family around you, you get to them pulling you back. In fact, they're your worst. They're not they're not critiquing you, they are criticizing you.
Yeah, correct.
Understand? Correct. Remember, we talk about critique and criticizing.
Yeah.
So they're not critiquing you. And sometimes you don't think about that, Keeshon. Sometimes they're criticizing you, but they're thinking they're critiquing.
Yeah.
And they'll fight it out because they don't know the difference. So this discussion here, this discussion, folks, somebody may say, well, I don't need to listen. I don't need to. This is good, and that's a good place to be. Continue your journey. All right, we support you. But I'm telling you, but there are others who will listen to this and say, listen to me, this is so true. Yeah. Because I've tried. I wanted the support of my family. I wanted the support of my church members. I wanted support of my business partners or whatever position that you are in. You didn't get it. They're pulling you back. All right. So it's something that you need to understand. All right. For where there's envy and strife, there's confusion and every thanks, dear. Give us scripture here, boy. James 3:16. All right. You see, for where envy and strife are, there's confusion and every evil work. That's deep right there. And that's the Bible, yeah? That's the Bible. Yeah. All right. Who again here? Let me see. Takeaway. My takeaway is to keep, all right, nothing takeaways. My takeaway is to keep my focus on what God has set for me and to build on it. That's it. All right. You know what? Just let me share this Keeshon before we, it's similar to Joseph.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Similar to Joseph. His brothers, them envy and jealousy, just wanted to kill him. All right. Yeah. And it's always amazing about that. The same person they wanted to kill, the same person that saw as a save is the same person.
To save. Yeah.
20 years after, have to come and pull them out.
Correct.
The same crab that is coming out of the barrel that you want to pull back, that is the same crab is able to go and get a ladder for everybody to come out. But it's the same crab you want to pull. This is a devastating kind of mentality and behavior. And we will really, really dismantle this. There's much to share on this. All right. What Awesome say? The only crab is a cancer. Awesome said the only good crab is a cancer like me. Look to his cancer. All right. Okay. All right. So Keeshon, this is here. We out of time, but we're not out of stuff to discuss. We're going to be back here Wednesday, same time as we continue. Before you come off, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Leave a comment under the chat or under the link. All right, and make sure you share it on your Facebook or your Instagram. Stay blessed. You know, Keeshon, we was to go take this morning. We didn't go take. All right, Wednesday, please go. All right,
Yeah.
we gotta go out. I want to call it TikTok. You gotta go TikTok. You know, I'm putting stuff here, but I was looking for the whole how to go live. I think, but we'll do it. All right, so blessings, everyone. Take care. All right, wonderful. Love you all. All right.